Hey, hello there you. So today I'm going to be using the staff and I'm just going to be doing some postural exercises, general mobility and some movements just to adjust body tension with the point of improving postural strength. And oh, there we go, hip just clicked, I don't know if you heard. So these hip hinges are really good. Stretches out the front of the body when coming up. So here we're getting a posterior stretch or a stretch down the back. Breathing, pushing the hips forward, activating the butt, getting this pelvic tuck with core activation, hip extension forward, then pushing the hips forward and through. Take the shoulders further back and roll the shoulders back and open so you can see the hands, and rolling them back and extending the spine up and through. So bowing the whole body, very good for the spine. So you want to take all your joints through their different possible ranges of motion. So you can see I'm getting lateral flexions, side-to-side movements. You want to do, every joint has its own movement potential, and I can't run through them all now because it'll be an hour-long video. But you want to, flex, extend, rotate, circumduct. You want to take your joints through the range of motion that they're designed to go through, because on a day-to-day basis, most of us just don't need to based on our lifestyle. But when I say don't need to, you do need to. It's just the physical requirements of the tasks of your day don't challenge you to use your body properly. And that's a problem because we're designed to be challenged on a day-to-day basis with various tasks that should be somewhat complex. Even just sitting on the floor is a challenging thing for most people. Sit on the floor, cross your legs, cross them the other way, look behind you the other way. Most people's backs and hips and necks are so tight that that's an issue. That's a major problem. You don't want that. You don't want that degree of tightness and weakness. You want to have a supple, healthy body. And just moving, using your joints, going through the range of motion that they're naturally meant to be able to go through. You don't have to kill yourself. This is not this hardcore, brutal sweat, blood, sweat, and tears workout. It's just move around a little. Like I did this a little bit before camera, and I must have had, 12, 15 different pops and clicks, but not in a bad way, in a healthy way, in a muscles tensioning correctly on the joints and tendon shifting and the joints, just popping back into alignment or better alignment or, things. It's kind of like lubricating the system. You want everything working nicely. Here we go. Hip just clicked again. So I've torn my hamstring and my hip flexor. So that hip, it needs some love. It needs this kind of like flossing. It needs this maintenance just to make sure that the muscles are all synergistic, that they're sequenced, that they're tensioning the joint properly for it to sit in the correct position, for me to be able to use it effectively without it grating or grinding. And these little subtle movements with the stick, it just helps sequence and coordinate the body, that everything works together, all the way from my feet, the connection with the floor, all the way through my midfoot, my toes, my midfoot, my ankle, my knees, my hips, my lower spine, my upper spine, my shoulders. So we're getting side to side, forward and back, rotation. Staff is an awesome thing to play with. If you spend 5 to 10 minutes playing with a stick or a staff every day, I can tell you now it will benefit your health more than 99% of these expensive, ridiculous products on the market. This will encourage good posture, suppleness, blood flow, functional mobility, functional coordination, synergy in the body, physical intelligence in coordination. Okay, so now I'm going to mix it up a little bit. It's kind of freestyle. I like to spin the stick around, switch hands, and this helps you develop coordination. It helps you develop coordination in your wrists, in your fingers, in your grip. It helps you develop spatial reasoning, spatial awareness. just helps you develop proprioception, understanding of your body in space and how all your joints work together. And maneuvering the staff is a very useful tool to help develop that understanding of your body, understanding of interacting with things outside of your body. It's something that we should always be doing. A lot of people think that, once you're 6, 7, 8 years old, you don't need to learn much more about movement, but you do. That's why martial arts is a thing, and dancing is a thing, and gymnastics is a thing, because you can spend a lifetime developing physical skills. And there are certain basic skills that will stand you in good stead. They will improve the function of your body. They will improve your health and well-being and longevity. And simple things like this are very useful. You don't have to kill yourself at a gym every single day. Just something like this will help improve your health. If you want to adapt in a more extreme manner, then you need to lift heavier weights or do higher intensity exercise. It depends why you're exercising, because your body adapts to what you use it for. So if you want to be an athlete, or you want to have big muscles, or whatever the case may be, you need to train to be good at what you want to be good at. The body adapts to what you use it for. It's quite a simple concept. Okay. I'm going to do some hamstring stretches. Bow to the Queen. Do rotation in the spine, as well as movements, activation in the back of the hamstring. So getting stretching here. You can play with pulling the foot, this foot, but trying to pull yourself onto it, getting activation down here through there. So really connecting to the floor. Hip adjusted, you can play with connecting to the floor and then pushing the knees in, pulling the knees out, in, out, pushing the hips through, activating the glutes. So you can see here, that's like a flexed open position in the spine. The hips are forward, and I can tuck the hips under, engage the capsule here, the core. So it's released, engaged, squeezing the butt, engaging here, engaging the transverse abdominis. So it's like a corset muscle that runs around here that makes this firm. See, squishy, squishy, blip, 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 can activate that to kind of cinch everything into place. It's a good exercise to do to give yourself stability. Stabilizes your spine. If you're moving to lift something, you want to go from the squishy, blip, 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 relax kind of feeling where everything's loose, because it's fine. It can be loose, some of the times. If you're not needing to brace for a movement or a lift, being relaxed is fine. It would be a waste of energy to not be relaxed if you don't need to use that tension. But when you're in a movement or rotation, or you want to explode or lift something heavy, you need to be able to brace. So practicing bracing is a good thing to do for everyone of all ages. You need to be able to brace your core, and then from that braced position still be able to breathe, and then move your limbs out from your core. Good connection to the floor. So you should play with body engagement, moving your awareness into the different parts of your body. Just rolling your fingers like this could be very good for you, especially because we're on our phones a lot and holding things at awkward angles and using the mouse for several hours a day. It's good to just move a little, move a little, move a little. Mr. Miyagi, paint the fence. It's wax on, wax off. It's good for the wrist, the fingers, the elbow. Getting rotation in the ulnar and radius bone. You can see the bicep moving as well because the attachment sites are on these bones. So tuk 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 tuk. play with moving shoulder circles. I like painting lines with my hand. So you'll see this line comes up, back. But if you want to take it all the way, you need to rotate to keep it on the same line. You play with horizontal lines. It's a very simple exercise, but very good for, it's like a dynamic meditation. Helps you center yourself and find balance and control in your movement. And that's good for your nervous system. It's good for your brain. And being good for your nervous system and your brain, it's good for your hormone system. And being good for your nervous system, your brain and your hormone system, it's good for your well-being, your mental state, your mental clarity, your emotional stability. Like engaging with your body, centering yourself, focusing on your breathing, trying to adjust your posture. All of these things directly affect your nervous system, and that affects how you exist in space and time, and connects with all the fundamental aspects of ourselves, of how we feel. So yeah, take a little bit of time. Focus on your breathing. Focus on how your body feels. This water, flesh, vehicle, balloon thing that our consciousness exists in. It floats and moves around in space, Sometimes take a little bit of time and just embrace that. Just feel it. Because connecting with that helps you let go of all the other stuff that kind of just sits in your nervous system, sits in your mind, weighs on your shoulders. Just bringing yourself into the moment is a way to unload, offload that stuff. It doesn't make it disappear, because sometimes a lot of those things are important, but it helps us organize them. It doesn't have to be this crushing weight on your chest and your heart and your lungs. You can release that stuff and put it here so you can deal with it from a focused central state where you don't feel overwhelmed. It's centering yourself. And I mean that in a sense of mental, emotional, but also physically focusing on the center of your body, of your head, putting your awareness here, putting your awareness through your body, in your nervous system, seeing how you feel in time and space, and then finding where you're balanced, your balanced point. I literally mean that physically balanced point, like you would balance a ruler on your finger so it doesn't tip or fall either way. Finding that balancing point is a very useful thing that you can do in your body to relax and instill a sense of calmness and control within your mind, within your nervous system. It helps ground you, and it helps balance you. I mean, I'm using the same words again. I'm just trying to articulate their meaning and their effect on you and your mind. Anyway. So focus on your breathing, not forcing, but feeling your breath and trying to allow space for it. Feeling your body. Have like gentle sways as well, like this gentle sways. It's like if you had to walk up to your loved one and place your hands on their shoulders and just gently rock them back and forth. It's very relaxing, very soothing, same as if like someone pats you on the back or gives you a hug. These things have very profound effects on our mental state. It has very profound effects on our nervous system, on our breathing. Our breathing affects our blood polarity. It affects the oxygen ratio in our blood. It affects how alkaline our blood is. All of these things have profound, deep, meaningful impacts on our health and our mental well-being. A lot of you will probably have heard how having an alkaline body drastically reduces your chances of cancer and sickness. And it's true. And yeah, the type of water you drink is very important for that. A lot of people focus on trying to drink more alkaline water. But one of the most effective ways to alkalize your body is through controlled breathing. It's magic. Better than any fucking pill you're going to pay out your ass for. Just breathe. It helps let go of the anxiety you hold in your nervous system that may even be subconscious, that you might not be consciously aware of. You need to focus on your breathing. Allows you to shift your neurological state from a fight or flight state to a rest and recover state. It's two different neural circuitries. Just breathing can do this for you. You know, spending a little bit of time listening to the birds chirp, just not worrying about what you're going to do just now. What's for dinner? What's that? Oh, I got to get to the emails, social media. Oh, I got to appointment, friends, work. Just that shit's not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. You'll get to it later. Now, just take a moment for yourself. You're going to take time to have time. Okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed me sharing my thoughts with you today. I wish you all the best on your life's journey. Go well, do well, you know. I hope you can uplift other people, your loved ones, you know, be of service to yourself, your loved ones, you know, your friends, your family, your community, and the environment. Just try to live the best life you can. You know, life's fucking tough. It's hard. It's full of tragedy, sickness, and death. But, you know, it's that's kind of inescapable. What we do on a day-to-day basis gives meaning to that stuff, and it can make it worthwhile. So, yeah, don't be a doers, be lacquer. Much love from me to you. Cheers.